Hey, new YouTube, it's Will from Will Development. It's my 272nd weekly update. As per usual, I think you've got the drill figured out now that I'm just going to fly through the week, let you know what happened, how everything went, and little plans for the future coming up here. Again, last week, I believe I put out my update on Saturday. Literally just totally missed it on Friday. With Thanksgiving and all that, the days got all kind of goofy on me. Yuck. And because of that, it all just sort of fell that way. So that's what happened. But here we are, Friday night. I'm actually getting it done properly, as usual. That means it's, like 4 times in, 6 years that I've goofed up. So I call that a win. So let's just roll right into it. So Monday was actually a super good day for me. Pressing, I believe I hit a top set of 3 at 165, and honestly, they were not that bad. The range of motion was actually even better than last week's at the 160, so I was very excited about that. Then did a little bit of accessory work afterward. Pretty burned out after that, but I managed to do it. Then Tuesday was squats. Nothing really new going on there. It just they still kind of suck a little bit. I actually did pick up some new squat shoes on Black Friday. Some of those position ones from that Omar Isuf's been touting about. I got the ones with the wider toe box. That's my biggest problem with a lot of Olympic shoes, is that they're the toe box is really narrow. The ones that I currently have and that I've done a review on in the past, that would be my, if I were to redo that review today, that would be my biggest attraction for them. Would definitely be the fact that they were that the toe box was pretty narrow. The toe box on these is pretty wide, allows you to set a stable base. Wooden heel, and these are only, I got the half-inch heels on these instead of the 1-inch, so they're a little more all-around shoe. Don't think I'll try them on pressing, strict pressing specifically, but when I do some more push pressing as the next program rolls in, I'll definitely be using those for push pressing more, just because they'll allow me to stay a little more upright, and that's literally the only reason. Might use them on squatting next week too, and see how that treats everything. See if I can actually do a standard barbell back squat that way. I believe I went up to 265, a set of 265 on the Hatfields. Let's see here. Let's see. Where am I? Speed demon this fucking thing today. Here we go. Let's see. We are at, I'm sorry, 275 is what I worked on. What I managed to do. Looking at what I posted, and I didn't cut that video properly. Oops. So yeah, 275. It was fine. I'm glad it's over. Let's just put it that way. Did that particular set, put my feet in just the wrong spot, and it was like, oh no. So here we are. Not injured or anything, but definitely flared it up a little bit. Off on Wednesday. Thursday was bench, which went also very well. Had a really good press week this week. Let's just put it that way. Managed to work up to a set of 3 at 275, and honestly felt like I had a little more in the tank. Probably could have pushed it to 280 if I hadn't done the 275, but did the 275, and then I got my redemption back from back in October when I did, I think it was like October 24th, I looked at the post, and I was shooting for 250 for 9, and I got to 7, and then my hamstring cramped up, and it was just a bad day. Ended up doing 250 for 10 last night after hitting the 275 for 3. So we're just going to continue doing bench that way, and see if things just keep moving the way they're moving. Just going to keep doing not the same accessories, but accessories in the way that I've been doing them, since obviously it's treating me pretty good so far. Shoulders feel pretty good this week, so I'll try not to do anything to irritate them too heavily tomorrow when I do some more accessory work for pressing. And then tonight was deadlifts, which were just holy hell. Just they were slow, they were rough, but none of them looked terribly ugly. Body was tired, hands are tired, grips just tired, everything about me is tired today. Form stayed good though. I mean, the low back did not round on any of them. Rounded at the thoracic spine a lot on a lot of them. But I hit a top set of 3 times 2 by 230, or I'm sorry, 330, so the numbers are, oh, I'm sorry, 320, not 330, 320. So the numbers are moving in the right direction as usual. And I just wanted to go 5 pounds heavier this week just because it was just like, you know what, I'm beat. There's no point pushing it, And like I said, everything was just really rough today. But instead I focused a little more on some accessories that I could go a little heavier on. So I did some pull-ups, some weighted pull-ups for the first time in a while. Probably about a couple weeks since I've done weighted pull-ups, but did some weighted pull-ups and did some super heavy cable rows. Did the whole stack really controlled. So literally working on what was wrong with me tonight, which is the thoracic spine staying as tight as I'd like it to. So just doing the low row and pulling it all the way back and just slowly letting it up, and then pulling it back as explosively and controlled without using momentum per se. So that was the protocol for this evening after the shit show that was deadlifts. So hopefully next week I'll have a good deadlift week, and really would love to have a good squat week one of these weeks. Haven't had a good squat week in a while. But we're coming up on the last couple weeks of this program. Plan is to go into a type of a deload. Essentially, I'm going to finish out and use the 3 rep maxes I hit on those particular exercises and calculate a 1 rep max out of those. Then run numbers off of those, do a deload week with the same scheme that I have going right now, same program scheme. So, pressing on Monday, squatting Tuesday, benching on Thursday, and then deadlifting on Friday. Doing that same scheme, but using my projected 1 rep max as like 50% and doing some rep work with that on the deload week. And then the following week I'll do like a test week where I just get after it and see what my real 1 rep maxes are, see if I can actually hit those projected 1 rep maxes, see what my push press is, because that's what I'm very interested in. I'm interested to see that. Probably going to throw a little more push press practice in, probably do some tomorrow and the following next couple weeks just to really practice that movement again. And then after that, I will be prepping for Miami's Baddest. Don't know what the events are going to be yet, but I'll just kind of continue what I'm doing. Been practicing with a log this whole time. Been practicing with, there's certain strongman things where it's like I don't want to use the word I don't need the practice, but it doesn't take me long to pick it back up. Things like yoke and things like farmers, I would hazard to say I'm not good at those. Moving events I'm pretty good at. Things like sandbags seem to kill me sometimes just because I fuck up my grip a lot. And then things that are just like the static ones, honestly, have been what's killing me at comps lately. So we'll just have to wait and see what those events are, and then I will adjust my programming accordingly. But otherwise, I will basically do a very similar program to what I've been following for the last 10 weeks. Just with maybe a little more undulation, as the pros would say. Basically doing heavy day here, light day there, heavy day here, that sort of thing. But it'll be, total poundage goes up, even though the weights are lowered, that sort of thing. And then, depending on what the events are, some extra conditioning. Never hurt anybody. Been kind of, I don't want to use the word begging, but sort of pushing to get a sled at the gym so I can do some stuff after my leg days now. Other than that, not much going on. Looking forward to actually being able to train on a Saturday. Had to skip last Saturday because I did the deadlifts, the deadlift event. This weekend I will be training on Saturday, and then the following one is Florida's Strongest Man, so not going to be able to train because I'm going to be out there cheering on. I actually know at least 2 people in every single male division. I know, I think one of the women in one of the women's divisions. So that's where we're at. So hang tight, keep training, get stronger, yada yada. Remember, enjoy the good weeks when they happen. I had a good week this week. Enjoy it. And understand that you're on your way to another valley, and you're just going to have to suck it up and get through that. And if you can't, then what's your excuse?